Yep. Breakdown media, we up. We in the house. Get my drink open. I saw the light was good. Thanks for all the support. You're always here on time. Even if I'm not on time, you on time. So shouts out to you. Shouts out to you. Get my drink open. Make sure we gotta stay hydrated on the set. Oh man. Got a good show tonight, y'all. Got a good show tonight. On a Monday. On a Monday. Make sure everything is right. Lights good. We're gonna stick with that. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Give everybody a chance to come on in so we can get started. Beautiful day. Look, it's starting to get hot. I know we're only in April, but here in Texas, we are starting to get hot. I was notified that I have a tan back of my head from my work cap. So that lets me know that it's summer already. And I need to wear a hat to cover my full head so I won't get any tan lines. I don't like tan lines. Nothing against anybody else who like the tan lines. I don't, because it takes me a year plus to get rid of tan lines. So I have to make sure a certain time of the year, I have to cover up my head. I wear long sleeve and pants year round. I don't play with the tan. I don't like it because it takes me 18 months to get rid of a tan line. So I stopped doing that a few years ago. But welcome, everybody. Welcome. Shoot us a like if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And send us a wave. Let us know you're here. I saw the light. Thanks for always repping. We appreciate you. We got a good show tonight. A little earlier time, but Mondays is easy for us. So when it's easy for us, we can get off the clock and take care of business. All right? Let's go. Breakdown Media, we up. And we live.
Breakdown meeting.
We are live.
Breakdown meeting.
What's up, Bomb Squad? It's an honor to be before you on a Monday night. All right. Hope everybody had a good day. We will get started. Now, first, on my route, I told you guys a few weeks ago, they are building a brand new apartment complex on my route. So it was a whole block of land that was pretty much trees and shrubs and everything else. So they cleared it on out. It's all dirt now. So they're starting construction. In that few acre lot where they had all the trees and everything, it was homeless people living there. And I knew it was homeless people living there because I would see the trails that come off the road and go into the forest. And once they cleared all the trees and everything, you seen tents, you seen bikes, other stuff that was in there where you seen where the homeless people were living. So now that the land is cleared and they started the first building, construction of the first building on the lot, and there's a sign up saying, hey, this is going to be the name of the apartment complex. And, the retention pond is already in place. And so they're already getting started. Now, I recognize a few of the homeless people that lived in that area. And every now and then I see one of them walking or riding a bike, not too often, maybe once or twice a week. Now, today, I'm driving down the street that's next to the lot. And there's a guy. And I do believe he's probably homeless, but he's laying in the road like this. Just laying on the road on his back, just kind of hanging out right in the middle of the road. very busy road. And one of the construction workers took one of the lifts and he blocked traffic off to let everybody know, like, hey, look, don't run over the guy laying on the road. All right. That lasted, from what I seen, that lasted a good 20 to 30 minutes because I passed him. I seen the corruption. I drove, made a couple deliveries, drove back. The guy was still laying in the road. Just no emotion, just hanging out. So obviously there has to be a level of mental illness there, which I get it. But the construction worker decided to lend a hand and just try to make sure no one runs over the guy until maybe the police show up or something like that, or fire department or whatever. And so people do things with intentions, whether it's good intentions, bad intentions, questionable intentions. It really doesn't matter. People are gonna do things based on intentions. And so it was nice of the guy, the construction worker to help out and make sure the guy don't get ran over. And I mean, everybody else was just like in their cars, like, yo, what is going on? Like, why is this guy in the road? I didn't see anybody get out the car to try to help the guy. I probably wouldn't either. But I would have taken a video, but it wasn't safe for me to take a video because I was driving by. Safety first. But I wanted to capture it, but it wasn't a way that I could. Not to exploit the guy or just say, hey, look at this guy, but just to kind of show that, we all have issues in life. And look, I get it. The guy might be homeless. He might not have any aspirations or anything like that. He might be just, wanting another meal. But no matter what it is, we always move with intentions. And whether it's small, medium, or large, like we talked about last week on the live stream, just have a purpose. And I feel bad for the guy. I have seen that guy before, but I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. But I'm glad he got the help that he needs. And hopefully he can get the long-term help that he needs and he can actually be successful. And so I seen that today. I was like, whoa, because life is funny. Life will test you. Life will back you into the corner and you will be tested. You will be criticized. You will be ridiculed. You will be talked about. You will be laughed at. You will be smiled at. You will be loved on. You will be hated on. But whatever it is, just make it great. So, hey, shouts out to him. Hopefully he gets the help that he needs. And I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I seen that today. I was like, man, it's not a good look. But thankfully, a nice guy was able to help him and nobody was hurt. All right. Y'all see the title? Today, we're going to go over a few videos. And I hear frustrations from, people in general, but specifically my coworkers, UPS drivers. I hear frustrations from FedEx drivers. I even hear frustrations from Amazon workers and drivers. And sometimes I might stop and have a conversation. One Amazon driver a few weeks ago, I was really getting it done, and he wanted to talk, so I lended a couple minutes to talk to the guy, and he was frustrated. I hear you. So he had a lot of stuff going on. He was just complaining that dispatch and management just overloading him with work, and it's just like, man, I'm the best driver in the group. I don't know why I get punished with more work. And I'm like, look, that's the way it is. If you the guy, you gonna be the guy. And me and my coworkers, we have those conversations all the time. In fact, was it today or was it Friday? Man, I get it done. Oh yeah, I believe it was Friday. One of my coworker drivers. Like, it was Friday. It's like, man, why the guy next to me is getting a break and relieved of work, and they put it on me because I'm good and they need the help. And I'm like, well, that's the way it is. And this driver been driving way longer than I have. He knows this, but people still get frustrated. And I get it. But That's the way it is. The great, the good, even the below or above average, they get rewarded with more work because you're always gonna have people that slack. In any job, you're always gonna have people that's maybe underperforming or need assistance and stuff like that. So they're gonna look to the people that's actually kicking ass and they're gonna move the work over and you're gonna get it. What's the solution? I don't know. Well, most people probably say, like, oh man, just slow down. Like, I don't believe in that, but that's just me. But it's frustrations everywhere. So tonight we're gonna talk about a few FedEx drivers that's having frustrations and getting into situations and it's just like it's regular. I hate to say it, but it's regular. We'll get into it. Thanks for all the likes, guys. We'll appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? If you in here, if you hit the like button, it's cool. But if you in here, hey, send us a wave. So I mean, I know it's a few people that watch, and they have told me, it's like, man, I caught the live stream last night. It was great. And I'm like, cool, man. Let me know you're in the house. Nothing wrong with that. Let me know. Send us away. We're not gonna call. Well, we might call you out. I don't know. We're not gonna call you out, but let us know you here. We want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. All right. Get this dog hair off my shirt. What's going on? All right. I think we good. All right. So this first video, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Now they send my yeah, I got something to say. And I'm talking about FedEx. Now they send my medicine through FedEx on the 29th of April. Here it is, the 3rd of May. And I still haven't received my medicine, FedEx. Now I retired from UPS. I did 34 years. I've been out 21 years now. If you're going to do any shipping anything, ship it through UPS. Because it's been 5 days and some very important medicines that I must have. And they shipped it through FedEx. And they keep telling another lie every day.
All right. So if I heard right, he said it was shipped out on the 23rd. So it's been 5 days. I want to say he said it's been 5 days. You know what? Let's back up. Let's make sure we get the correct context. Let me back up again. All right, here we go.
And I'm talking about FedEx. Now they send my medicine through FedEx on the 29th of April.
Okay, the 29th. Okay.
Here it is, the 3rd of May. And I still haven't received my medicine, FedEx. Yep. Now I retired from UPS. I did 34 years. I've been out 21 years now. If you're going to do any shipping anything, ship it through UPS. Because it's been 5 days and some very important medicines that I must have. And they shipped it through FedEx. And they keep telling another lie every day. I had to be here tomorrow. Another day passed. And they said to be here in the morning, which is going to be the 5th. And it's supposed to be shipped out on the 29th. I tell you, man, if you're going to use somebody, use UPS, don't ship nothing to me through FedEx stuff. It takes too long. I'm out.
All right, so shouts out to him. Shouts out to him. Hey, congrats on retirement. What he said, 21 years. Oh, he's been retired for 21 years. Either way, and he's repping UPS in a major fashion. I can appreciate that. But it's been what? He said 5 or 6 days. Man, look. Logistics is hard. And I'm not saying it's hard, meaning that like stuff can't get from point A to point B in a correct manner. But I'm going to say it's hard because things happen. And what I've noticed over the years with customers is that a lot of times, and I've done this, but I've been guilty of this too. A lot of customers believe that, or they don't believe this, but they act as if their package is the only packages moving on the network. And it's like, everybody has to handle their package with the white gloves, and I'm gonna hand it over to this person. That person's gonna hand it to the next person. It's not how it goes. It's thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of packages getting moved daily, and it's like, stuff happens where stuff gets lost, misplaced, damaged, loaded on the wrong car, crushed by another package on a belt and stuff like that. All kind of stuff happens. Get leaked on, or it leaks itself. So stuff happens. And so, and that's what I mean when I say logistics is hard, because things happen. But I'm gonna tell you, and I've been guilty of this too. Customers don't care that things happen. Things happen in life in general, but when it comes to their package, man, customers don't care. So I think he's being a little tough, which I can't say is wrong, because when I want something, I'm expecting something, even if it's important or not important. I want it when they say I'm gonna get it. So even if it's, paper for the printer, you say I'm getting it Thursday, I might not be out of paper, but if you say I'm getting it Thursday, I want it Thursday. You come and say, "Oh, we sorry, you get it Saturday." I'm wondering why, even though I'm not out of paper. Give me my paper, give me my package. You promised me Thursday, I want it on Thursday. But stuff happens. I know this. And sometimes your package will never make it because stuff happens. And so this guy, he seems frustrated, seems like a great guy, but he's fed up. And that's the title of this video. These people are fed up. And he's not a FedEx driver, but he is fed up with FedEx. So he's telling you guys, and I'm not saying you should do this, but if you're going to ship something, ship it UPS. This is not a promotion for UPS, but I'm going to say everybody mess up. Everybody mess up. But hey, shouts out to him, like I said. Moving right along. Moving right along. Let's get into the next video.
2:50 a.m. They need slaves, not me. I don't know who John Wayne is, but he ain't lying. This is the exact shift I work. It's the early morning shift. It usually runs from 3 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why I chose this shift is because, number one, it pays the most, that and the graveyard shift. And I was under the impression that I would just be loading up the typical box FedEx that makes all the deliveries. So first day on the job is about 20 new hires. They line us up in front of a group of managers, and it's like an auction block. They're trying to decide which one they want. One of the managers immediately sees me and like, "Hey, you look kind of fit. Hey, I want him on the heavy side." I said, "The heavy side?"
Okay, I don't blame the manager. If we gonna pick, I mean, I don't know if this happened for real, but if we gonna line everybody up and we gonna pick who we want, I want the fit guy too. I mean, that's just me. I think most people would. Let's keep going.
And the hiring manager was like, "Yeah, you can have him go on and take him." So he's leading me over to a semi trailer, and he was like, "So what I want you to do is I want you to work the Walmart return truck, because one of my guys that was working it before, he had to leave and go home with an emergency." He said, "Don't worry, it won't be that bad." Y'all, they had my black ass lifting up bunk beds, deep freezers, weight sets, barbecue pits.
Yep, that sound about right. All that. Beds, mattresses, toilet bowls, kitchen sinks. Yep, all that. All that.
Lawnmowers, not push lawnmowers, a riding lawnmower. I didn't even know a riding lawnmower can come in a box, but it can, which makes me think, who the hell is so damn cheap that they are buying a lawnmower that they have to assemble themselves like it's IKEA? Oh my God, just pay the extra $200 and have it assembled. Just
Buy the lawnmower, get it delivered. Look, I'm gonna give y'all the game. Buy the lawnmower, get it delivered. You can find somebody on an app and get them to come assemble it for you, or you can assemble it yourself. But you're not transporting the lawnmower from the store to your house or an apartment or whatever, or wherever you live. Order it online. And I'm a victim to a lot of this stuff. I'll be like, "Man, they ordering this again." Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, order it and get it assembled. That way you ain't doing nothing. Order it. That's what I would do. Let's keep going.
Anyway, I'm lifting up 97-inch flat screen TVs. I didn't even know flat screens came that big. I'm
They
trying to
do.
find a grip on it, and one of the managers, he walked by like, "Hey, rookie, make sure you're using your legs to lift." I'm like, "Kiss my ass." Got me over here lifting this Jumbotron for the Staples Center up by myself. I need a forklift for this. Had my tennis elbow acting up. I'm taking ice baths after work. I lasted 13 and a quarter shifts. And one day I was like, "Hey, I'm about to get ready to go get me some water." I went straight to the car, went home. I can't do this. I was pissed off every single day. My wife asked me, "How was your day?" I just look at her. She was like, "You need to quit that job. You're too angry every time you come home." They need slaves out there. Anybody that you see that works at FedEx, kiss them, hug them, ask them how their day going, offer them a massage. They need it.
Okay. So it's kind of funny, but it's true at the same time. You know, um, and like I said before, if I'm choosing the people, I'm looking at the guy that he could move the stuff around. I might not have too much issues. Then again, looks might be deceiving, but for the most part, I'm gonna get somebody that looks like they can handle the job. And if we picking, that's what we going with. And he's right about all of the big stuff. We're gonna throw you on the heavy side. You're gonna unload the trailer. Hey, you're gonna work the E-Reg train, you're gonna work the E-Reg section. Everything that's heavy, you gotta work it. It's long, it's obscure. You're gonna be over in that section. And stuff comes trampolines. I delivered a trampoline last week. A straight up trampoline. It came in 3 boxes. And I remember because I ordered a trampoline one time. Yep, I sure did. About 10 years ago, I ordered a trampoline. It came in 2 boxes and I put it together. And I seen those boxes last week on my truck. I said, "Oh, I know what this is. Trampoline. Hey, y'all want in the garage? Okay, I put it in the garage for him because I already know what time it is." But he's not lying. All that is true. Now, as far as the slaves part, slaves didn't get paid, but I understand you trying to let us know how bad it is, but it's really not that bad. It's just work. Like any other job, it's just work. It's physical. We talked about that on the previous video. It's physical. You know, you're gonna get physically stressed out. That's just what it is. But not sure if this guy was a real employee, but I thought the video was funny. But he's speaking truth. So if he wasn't a real worker, it seems like he spoke to somebody that knows what they're talking about and they know the game and they gave it to him. If he was a worker, I hope he didn't quit because I don't advocate for people quitting, but you know, he said he quit a job fast, then he said he worked a 13 shift, so I don't know which is it. It seemed like he quit the same day, but then again he said he worked 13 shifts. I don't know what that means. But anyways, let's get to this next video, guys. Get to this next video. Let's get into the meat. All right. Here we go. All right. So this next video, y'all see it. Wichita FedEx driver loses job after a viral video. This video got millions of views, and this driver got in trouble. And so let's go over it. All right.
But first, we have breaking news tonight that Wichita FedEx driver you just saw is now out of a job over that video.
The driver admits to using a racial slur toward a customer. The video has at least 3 million views.
All right, I'm going to just say this. And I know we all get frustrated. We all get mad. We all get tested. We get it. But this job being a driver, I mean, people will test you and people will intentionally try to get you off your square just to get a reaction. They may even record you, or they'll write notes, or they'll try to get your truck number. And so like we deal with this stuff all the time. But, it's how you handle it is going to determine the outcome. Okay, you know what? Let's keep going.
KAKE's Katie Tobby has the video and shares the driver's apology and the response from FedEx. Katie?
Well, the video shows a heated exchange between the FedEx driver and a customer. But according to the driver's apology, there's more to the situation than the video shows.
All right, go back to your country. I can't understand what you're saying.
This now former FedEx driver acknowledges she made an inappropriate racist comment during a delivery stop.
I'm deeply sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It was unladylike of me. It was immature, and I shouldn't have said.
But she says what the video doesn't show is what led up to that point, that the driveway was full, forcing her to park on the side of the street.
By the time I pull everything out, I have my.
All right, so she said the driveway was full. So it looks like she has larger packages. I get it. She said the driveway was full. That's one thing I think, well, is a big no-no because you don't want to park in people's driveways. You always want to park on the street and try to use the driveway to get to the house, but never park in the driveway. That's one thing we don't do at UPS. We're not supposed to. Don't park in the driveway because as soon as you pull out or you back in, and they can say, oh, well, they damaged my concrete in my driveway. Or if you scrape it, they're going to say, oh, you scratched my driveway, my concrete. I want to get paid for it. And so that's why you should never, ever park in a driveway as a delivery driver. I see Amazon do it all the time. I see FedEx do it all the time. It's not a good thing. All right, let's keep going.
My dolly, and I look out, everybody's in the doorway. So I asked for some help, and everybody just looked at me.
All right, she asked for help. I get it. But that's one thing. When it comes to customers, man, like they don't care. Like, and it's not everybody, it's just most people. They figure like, hey, you're getting paid for this job. You're getting paid to deliver my stuff. Get it to my door, get it to my garage. I'm not helping you. I'm sitting here in my robe. I'm drinking my drink. I'm going to watch you struggle. And this is just how most customers see it. They're going to watch you struggle and you got to figure it out. And don't break my package. Like that's the sentiment for real for most customers. Honestly, I'm telling you, that's what they'd say. I mean, that's what it is. All right, let's keep going.
So I had put everything on the dolly and I had to pull it up a curb. When I pulled it up the curb, I had fell with the whole dolly, the whole package, everything. I'm frustrated. It's cold outside and I'm just trying to gather my thoughts.
The customer, Carla De La Torre, starts recording.
I don't care. I'll call my boss personally.
All right, so it seems like once she started recording, it already escalated. So that's probably why she went and grabbed her phone because she seen it was getting contentious. And so she goes, grabs the phone. And once she starts the recording, which we see right here, it's already escalated. It's already up. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, there you go. Get your boxes. Since all y'all want to stand there and look at me, yeah. Help. How about that? Come help.
Mira, la vino y me aventó mis vanities.
You can kiss my white.
Just leave.
Girl,
Leave.
I'm sorry. Go back to your country. I can't understand what you're saying.
Que me regrese a mi país.
This is America.
No.
This is America.
I know this is America. I don't know.
The original recording has more than 3 million views, and the apology now has over 1 million. We did get a statement from FedEx tonight saying this behavior is unacceptable and contrary to the professionalism demonstrated by service providers in safely and reliably delivering millions of packages every day. FedEx Ground expects the highest levels of conduct from service providers, and we can confirm that this individual is no longer providing service. Live in the studio, Katie Taube, Kate News on your side.
But first,
all right, so we have a reaction video from the actual driver. I believe this was after she was fired. So we're going to go over that right now. But a weird situation. And you see the customer. And I'm not saying the customer was wrong. The driver clearly could have handled it better. But you see the customer gets louder and louder and louder as the video goes, because they realize once the driver is doing certain things, they got him. I got you recorded. So the customer, they start getting loud too. And, it's a no win for the driver. Straight up no win for the driver. Once it starts to record and you're already off your square, it's a no win for the driver. So I'm not surprised that she got fired, but it's no win. It's no win whatsoever. So here's her reaction. She just responded to, whatever was going on. She just did a reaction video.
I'm the one in the video, and I just want to speak on my side of the story. I pull up to this woman's house, and there's multiple cars in the driveway. I had to go through the back of my truck. I had to park on the side of the street, and I realized that her door is open. So by the time I pull everything out, I have my dolly, and I look out, everybody's in the doorway. So I asked for some help, and everybody just looked at me. So
Okay, so I feel as if she's feeling a certain type of way because she asked for help and nobody wanted to help. And like I said before, man, customers don't care. They don't care that you need help. You know, some will help you, but for the most part, especially if you, I'm not saying she was already being rude, but man, customers do not care. And so, based on what she's saying right now, it seems as if when she seen them looking at her and not trying to help, she felt a certain type of way. And I think that's where it started with her frustration. Then it just went up from there. All right, let's keep going.
I put everything on the dolly, and I had to pull it up a curb. When I pulled it up the curb, I had fell with the whole dolly, the whole.
She fell with the. That's one of the worst things. That's one of the worst things if you are rolling a dolly, you're trying to go up the curb, and you fall and everything falls on you. It's a bad situation. You probably could get hurt, but hopefully she didn't get hurt. But yeah, that's a bad situation. So one, no one wanted to help her. Two, she falls with the package. Now she's embarrassed and mad at the same time. So what are you gonna do? What ended up happening was it just made it worse. Let's keep going.
Whole package, everything. I'm frustrated. It's cold outside, and I'm just trying to gather my thoughts.
She's frustrated.
I stand up, I pull everything off of me. I'm walking to my truck. She comes outside and she says that she hopes that her package isn't broken.
Okay, that's a typical line. You know, I've done that before where walking up to the door and the customer's waiting and I might have dropped one of the packages and like, oh, I hope it's not broken. Like, okay, well, we can check it out right now and see if it's broken or not. But, you know, just a classic line from the customer. I'm not mad at them, but you know, you want to make sure your stuff arrives intact. I get it. But I'm not surprised the customer said that. But she's already angry and embarrassed. And then the customer says that, adding fuel to the fire. Let's keep going.
I'm clearly in pain, and some words get exchanged. She calls me a lousy worker. I call her a bitch. She calls me ghetto.
All right, here we go. She's already mad. She's frustrated. She's embarrassed. So the name calling starts to come out. She's already lost, but now she really lost because she have you recorded. You calling her a bitch. She called you a lousy worker or a lazy worker, whatever she called you. Once the name calling starts to come out, it can get physical, but it's over. Like it's over. And once people get to that point, you're not thinking anymore. Not logically, you're not thinking. But let's see how this finishes. All right, let's keep going.
She calls me a bitch. And by then, she pulls out her phone. I'm trying to get her other package out. I just end up telling her, you know what? I'm just going to leave these packages right here on the ground. She's antagonizing me by recording me. And I ended up saying a racist comment. And I'm deeply sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It was unladylike of me. It was immature. And I shouldn't have said it, period.
Yeah, it was a wrap. Once it got there, there's no going back. When people get there, there's rare that somebody say, hey, you know what? God bless you. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just get in my truck and leave. Most of the times that's not gonna happen once it gets there. Once it gets there, it's up. Anything could go down. And this could have been a worse situation. It didn't end up bad, but it could have got physical and it could have been 100 times worse. All right, let's finish up.
And I want to deeply apologize to Carla and her family because I shouldn't have acted like that. And I do want to apologize to the FedEx company too because I represent you guys and it was unprofessional and I know better. And I'm sorry.
I don't care. My boss person.
I'm the
All right, so you'll get tested. We all get tested on a daily. No matter what your job is, we all get tested. And so it's how you respond and how you react to the test is going to define the outcome. And so she was tested, and it's what happened. I don't like when people lose their job. I don't like when people get fired. I don't like when people get laid off. But hopefully this is going to teach her a lesson. Like, look, when you get in a situation, try to think level-headed. Try to figure out, okay, what's the best available outcome and try to move towards that, because when it's up, it's up. And apologies is cool. You know, I'm glad she came online to try to apologize, but it could have been bad. It could have been a lot worse. Like, you know, there's some people I work with. They have worse tempers than this, and you know, it could end badly. But hopefully she learns from this and move on and be in a better situation next time and be able to, if this happens again in another environment, she's able to handle it differently, because life is going to throw stuff at you. So whether you're a driver, engineer, a taxi driver, school bus driver, teacher, manager, fast food, Chick-fil-A work, it doesn't matter. Stuff gonna get thrown at you. It's how you handle it, how you respond. It's gonna dictate everything. So the title of the video is Fed Up. This situation, she's probably fed up at herself, as she should be, but hopefully she can learn from it, because maybe we don't know how to make those adjustments until we have to. And hopefully she learns from it. All right. All right. Let's see what's happening. Thank you all for the likes. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Shouts out to Candace. She says, hi, Bricked Out Media. Are you ready for all those Mother's Day deliveries? Oh, man. It'll be flowers. It'll be James Avery. It'll be Zales. I'm ready for it. Last year, it wasn't too bad, but the day before is when it's bad. I haven't worked Saturday in a while. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday and Friday, I don't remember it being bad. But on Saturday, I heard it was a lot of flowers. And those flowers, they come. It's so many flowers that come on Saturday before Mother's Day. They normally a noon commit. They just make it like relaxed. Like, hey, just make sure you get them all by the end of the day. So don't try to kill yourself and try to get them all off by noon. Just make sure they deliver before you come in. The last day before Mother's Day I worked, it was that bad. See, Mother's Day, what, May 11th? So May 10th. So 8th, 9th, and 10th. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll be working that week too. Hey, shouts out to you, Candace. Thanks for the question. We'll appreciate the support. All right, guys. So as promised last week, we talked about the job postings last week. We did it on Thursday. So I said that we'll dedicate Wednesdays to talk about the job postings and whatever insight that I do get, because I have established a face-to-face relationship with our HR manager. We have a new HR manager. So I have been asking questions, and the information that I get, I'll share with you guys on Wednesday night, as far as what's going on with the hiring process, what's the outlook for the summer, when the seasonal for Christmas is going to pop up, you know, all of that stuff. I'm getting information, and as I get it, I'm going to share with you guys, and we'll dedicate Wednesday nights for that information. All right. But if you have any other questions pertaining to that, y'all send me an email, breaktouteveryday@gmail.com, and I'll respond and we'll get it cracking. All right. All right. So look, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share the stream, send us a like. BrickdotLimited.com. We still got the hoodie sale going on. BrickdotMedia.com. We have the sale still. Spend over $50, you get free shipping. All right. See you on Wednesday night. Y'all have a good night. Brick Dot Media. We out of here.